Hey everybody, Steve here, and welcome to part 4 of my SS United States series. So we're continuing here at part 4. We're going to get a little bit more of an inside view of the ship here. This was where the tennis courts and shuffleboard courts were, and we will be going to the rear of the ocean liner here. So we are going down, because this is how you get down to the rear, and what's down on that back deck is the screw, or in other words the propeller, which you'll be able to kind of see that. That's where we're headed right now. So if you have not seen part 1, 2, or 3, please go and watch them first so that you're up to date with everything I've seen. Other than that, if you've seen it, you're in the right spot. And here we are. Here's the screw here, and it's the only last remaining screw on the ship. There was 4 screws. The 2 were in a museum. One was I think scrapped to help pay for the boat's docking fees, and this one was donated, or in other words, someone donated money to this, and kept the screw here. But this is the last one left, and it is pretty big. I think it's all brass, possibly, but it's about 8 feet tall, and it's a pretty big one there. So I will be talking in and out as we take the tour through. Please leave comments if you have any questions, and enjoy. So the reason why the railing here is pretty beat up is when they took the screws off again, I'm referencing screws, propellers, but when they took it off, they hit this railing and knocked it over. So that's why the railing is pretty bent up over there. So this is probably one of the coolest spots here, because it's also really good for pictures, because you really get the reflections here with the sun coming through the glass to your left. This deck here, you pretty much could get to about anything. As we're walking into the first door on our right here, and this was the first class and cabin class theater. The first class and cabin class shared this theater, and this is actually the only ship in its time that had a raised floor. It's not a flat, well, it looks flat in the video, but it's actually a raised floor, and it's actually a pretty big auditorium. They had movies in here, plays, concerts. And I do take a walk up to the projection room here, which is what I'm doing right now. So here's a projection booth. Obviously there's nothing in it, but being an AV guy, I always like looking for this kind of stuff. But no projectors. This mechanical stuff here, I think it's another elevator motor there. But we're back down in the auditorium, and this is a shot. You can see the projection booth, the windows for the projectors. But this was a pretty cool shot. I can only imagine what it looked like when this was pretty furnished and not bare to the skeleton here. So we're walking up to the stage, and we're going to be walking into the lighting panel. So there were some floor stage lights, which we're staring at. And here's the lighting panel, which is still here. The old dimmer switches back then and how they used to work. It's kind of cool to see this if you're a lighting person. The lighting panel.
Yeah, light controls. You find a fair house. Just be careful.
So we're walking more down here, the Promenade Deck here, and yeah, like I said earlier, you can pretty much access the front to the rear of the boat here by walking down this deck, and you can access a lot of the dining rooms, lounges, ballrooms, auditoriums. Everything was kind of along this way. So we're going to be going in a few of those. We already went into the auditorium, But the next thing we're going to be going into is the ballroom, the first class ballroom. We looked through kind of what's left of that door there. But anyway, here we are in the first class ballroom, and of course that bar there is not the original bar that was in a movie set. But anyway, here's the dance floor, this circle here, and everything else. I can just picture what it looked like, because all you see obviously now is a bunch of yellow skeleton and nothing pretty. But it had to be pretty gorgeous when this was pretty furnished. There's the stage where they would have bands and musicians. Here's more lighting equipment, another dimmer panel. It just amazed me how large dimmers were then compared to how they are now.
So there was a steel street trucks like around so it's like it wasn't allowed. No steel street trucks had to play on any stages.
So we're walking up to the dance floor here, and obviously this must have been the underlayment of the original floor, but it's a circle floor. I don't know what that is. I doubt that's the dance floor. It'd be a little more of a nicer look. So in this room here, which I do go back to that shot when I was just walking through, but this room here has some of the original walls still intact, and kind of get a glimpse of what the ship used to look like, which I will get back to that. But right now we're just going through. It looks like a maintenance closet, and there was some of the like elevator shafts, but not like a person elevator like you would put in I guess laundry and other things right here. Not laundry, I guess, but it's another way to send things up and down the different decks of the SS United States. Kind of neat to see here. So this is what I was talking about here. This is what it used to look like with all the paneling. Really a nice look to it. Again, that's the only part that's left in this massive ocean liner. This was kind of cool, the large circle glass windows. Now the glass was broken out of this one. But this is the cocktail lounge, is what we're in right now. You can see the promenade deck through the window. It's just kind of cool to see that glass window. And then here's another shot of the master staircase here with elevators on the right. Again, nothing pretty really to look at, but just picture it pretty furnished and with the walls and everything up. So, pretty cool. Just walking into this elevator here, and don't worry, it is actually on the ground floor. So I would not be walking onto an elevator, I can tell you that, if it wasn't on the ground floor, because I don't know how that cable is still attached, and I do not want to be down the elevator shaft. So, but that's the elevator there. Now this is kind of cool, the backup gyro. When you push it, it's part of the compass and how it knew its direction and everything here, but this is still intact. It's pretty cool. Especially a good read to look it up. So as today's ocean liners and cruise ships, the pool is usually found on the outdoor deck, but not in the SS United States. As we're walking down, we're actually walking down to the pool, which is on the sea deck. The pool is an indoor pool, actually water level, with the water line pretty much, and it's like cruise ships and ocean liners today. They just pump the water in, filtered it, and here's the pool. Here's the swimming pool. A lot of famous people swam in this pool from the 1950s to 1960s. And obviously it didn't fill it all the way up, and there was a lot of drainage for overflow when it was rocky, but it was kind of neat. I never thought of a pool being at the same level as the water. So it was kind of cool. So as we end the video here, I just want to mention that the last part of the video is the engine room. Now I've been asked to actually hold off on posting the engine room video until a later date by them, because they're doing some things down in the engine room right now, and they do not want much video of the engine room. So this is kind of a sneak peek just to show you I'm not making it up like I was never there. I was in there, and I have a bit of video of the engine room, but unfortunately I need to hold off on showing the video for a little while, but I will post it when I can. And so stay tuned for that, but I will be back to posting some houses, buildings next week, and Hope you enjoyed the series. Again, there's still one more part, which is the engine room, but it will be a little bit later. But hopefully you enjoyed the series. Thanks very much, and I will see you on the next one. See ya.